Medellín, the 1980s, a city thick with the scent of tropical air and the underlying tension of violence. In this place of stark contrast where fortune was born from chaos, food wasn't just sustenance, it was a symbol, a reflection of the poverty he came from and the boundless power he wielded. Tonight we uncover the real menu of Pablo Escobar, a culinary journey from the humble peasant dishes that shaped him to the extravagant feasts that defined his downfall. These are the 25 tastes that actually fueled the life of the king of cocaine. Number 1. Bandeja Paisa, the undisputed national pride of Colombia and, by all accounts, Escobar's ultimate comfort dish. This is a monumental platter piled high with rice, beans, a fried egg, chorizo, ground beef, plantains, and chicharron. In the 1980s, for a paisa like Escobar, it was identity on a plate, a declaration of regional heritage. He often shared it with guests at Hacienda Nápoles, a symbolic gesture cementing his roots despite his unimaginable wealth. The scent of sizzling pork and earthy beans filling his grand dining halls was a powerful aroma, cloaking immense power in the guise of rustic simplicity. Number 2. Arepas con queso. A ubiquitous staple, these thick, grilled corn cakes, often stuffed with or topped with cheese, were the bread of Colombia. For Escobar, they were a pure taste of home, a reminder of his humble beginnings as a paisa farmer's son. Whether served plain for breakfast or as an accompaniment to a meal, the warm, slightly crispy exterior giving way to a soft, cheesy interior was a simple, grounding pleasure. You can imagine him tearing into one by hand, the melted cheese stretching, a fleeting moment of ordinary life amidst the chaos. Number 3. Sancocho de Gallina, a hearty and deeply flavorful chicken soup, rich with potatoes, yuca, plantain, and corn on the cob, slow-cooked to perfection. This was a communal dish, symbolizing warmth and togetherness, often prepared for large family gatherings. Escobar, despite his ruthlessness, valued family above all, and a steaming bowl of sancocho would have been a foundational element of their shared meals. The rich aroma of simmering broth and tender chicken would have filled his childhood home, a scent forever linked to kinship and stability. Number 4. Ajiaco Santafereño. Though more typical of Bogotá, this creamy chicken and potato soup, featuring 3 types of potatoes, capers, and the herb guascas, occasionally made its way to Medellín's tables, especially for those with means. It was a more refined, elegant soup, often served with a dollop of cream and avocado. For Escobar, this might have been a dish encountered during high-stakes business trips to the capital, offering a taste of sophisticated Colombian fare. The smooth, complex flavors provided a brief, delicate departure from his usual ruggedness. Number 5. Empanadas. Crispy, savory pastries, typically filled with seasoned ground beef and potato and fried until golden brown. These were the ultimate street food, quick, delicious, and accessible to everyone regardless of their station. Escobar, even as his wealth soared, would have remembered the simple joy of an empanada from a roadside vendor. They represent the pulse of Colombian life, easily enjoyed on the go, perhaps during clandestine meetings. The satisfying crunch of the fried dough, a cheap and democratic pleasure. Number 6. Buñuelos, golden fried cheese fritters, slightly sweet and incredibly airy, especially popular around Christmas but enjoyed year-round. These delightful spheres symbolize celebration and abundance, a treat for special occasions or a simple afternoon coffee break. For Escobar, a tray of freshly made buñuelos would have been a welcome sight at family gatherings, their sweetness a comforting contrast to the grim realities of his business. The delicate scent of fried dough and warm cheese was a nostalgic comfort. Number 7. Lechona tolimense, a whole roasted pig, deboned and stuffed with rice, peas, and spices, then slow-cooked until the skin is impossibly crispy. This is a feast for grand celebrations and large parties. Serving lechona at Hacienda Nápoles was a clear display of wealth and generosity, feeding dozens of guests in a spectacular fashion. The magnificent spectacle of the golden brown pig was a visceral testament to his influence, making every guest feel the power of their host. Number 8. Pescado frito con patacones. Fresh whole fried fish, often mojarra or pargo, served with crispy patacones, twice fried plantain slices, and a simple salad. This dish speaks of Colombia's Caribbean coast, but fresh fish was available inland for the rich. Escobar likely enjoyed this at his coastal hideouts, a lighter, more refreshing meal than the heavy mountain fare. The salty air, the sound of waves, and the delicate flavor of the fish provided a momentary escape from the tension of Medellín. Number 9. Frijoles con garra de cerdo. Hearty red beans cooked with pork hock, garra de cerdo, creating a rich, savory, and thick stew. This was a peasant staple, filling and inexpensive, providing vital sustenance. For Escobar, this would have been a foundational taste of his youth, a powerful reminder of the working-class meals that built his family and community. The earthy, slow-cooked smell of the beans was a humble, comforting anchor in a tumultuous life. Number 10. Chicharrón. Thick strips of pork belly, slow-cooked and then fried until they reach an incredible crispness. An intensely rich, indulgent snack or side dish that is pure comfort food across the Antioquia region. Escobar would have savored the satisfying crunch and rich, fatty flavor, whether as a standalone treat or piled onto his massive Bandeja Paisa. The crackling sound and the rich, decadent scent of fried pork fat were an unapologetic guilty pleasure. Number 11. Arroz con pollo. A classic Latin American dish of chicken and rice cooked together with vegetables and spices, creating a flavorful and complete meal. This was a common household dinner, versatile and beloved by families across all social strata. It represents the everyday normalcy. For Escobar, this was perhaps a quiet family dinner, the familiar scent of saffron and tender chicken comforting amidst his clandestine world. A fleeting moment of domestic tranquility. Number 12. Mondongo, a tripe soup, often prepared with potatoes, peas, and carrots, known for its distinct texture and robust, comforting flavor. While not universally loved, it is a cherished, traditional dish. This soup embodies the spirit of using every part of the animal, a testament to resourceful Colombian cuisine. Escobar would have eaten this as a child, holding a powerful, visceral taste memory of a simpler, less complicated existence. Number 13. Plátano maduro, asado con queso, ripe plantains, grilled or baked until caramelized and soft, then often topped with melted cheese. A simple, sweet, and savory delight showcasing the versatility of plantains. This simple dish highlights resourcefulness. For Escobar, it was a comforting, satisfying snack or side dish. The sticky sweetness of the plantain balanced by the salty cheese, a humble luxury amid his opulence. Number 14. Tamales, corn dough filled with meat, often pork or chicken, vegetables, and sometimes rice, all wrapped tightly in plantain leaves and steamed. This is a labor-intensive dish, traditionally made for holidays and large family meals. The act of unwrapping a tamal is a ritual itself. For Escobar, a plate of warm tamales represented the warmth of family tradition and his cultural identity. The fragrant steam rising as the leaf was unfurled, revealing a delicious hidden treasure. Number 15. Hogao, a foundational Colombian Creole sauce made from sautéed onions, tomatoes, garlic, and cilantro. It's the flavor base for countless dishes, from beans to meats. While not a dish on its own, its presence in almost every savory meal meant Escobar consumed it constantly. It is the invisible, unifying thread connecting countless Colombian flavors. The rich aromatic foundation upon which the country's hearty cuisine is built. A subtle but ever-present taste of home. Number 16. Salchipapa, a popular casual street food and snack. Sliced fried sausages, salchicha, and French fries, papa, often drizzled with various sauces. A simple, satisfying, and utterly unfancy dish. This reflects the more casual, accessible side of Colombian eating. For Escobar and his associates, this was a quick, unpretentious bite during a late-night drive or a moment of camaraderie with his guards. The greasy, salty comfort was a universal language. Number 17. Cazuela de mariscos, a rich and creamy seafood casserole brimming with shrimp, whitefish, mussels, and other shellfish in a flavorful, often coconut milk-based broth. A highly luxurious dish, especially inland, signaling immense wealth. This was a clear example of the extravagant side of Escobar's life, a meal reserved for his lavish parties or private opulent dinners. The vibrant colors and rich aromas of the ocean, a taste of luxury far from the mountains of Medellín. Number 18. Chorizo antioqueño, a robust, flavorful pork sausage, distinct to the Paisa region of Antioquia, known for its rustic texture and often smoky kick. A perpetually popular choice, whether grilled, fried, or simmered. This was another proud Paisa staple, a core taste of regional identity. Escobar would have enjoyed this straight off the grill, a straightforward, satisfying taste of his native land. The smoky, peppery scent was a quintessential Antioqueño aroma. Number 19. Calentado, a traditional Colombian breakfast made from leftover rice and beans from the previous day, often fried and served with an egg, an arepa, and sometimes meat. This embodies frugality and resourcefulness, transforming leftovers into a delicious new meal. For Escobar, this was likely a breakfast of his youth, a reminder of the practicalities of his humble upbringing. The simple, comforting combination of familiar flavors, a grounding, powerful start to any day. Number 20. Frutas tropicales, mango, papaya, maracuya. The abundant, vibrant tropical fruits of Colombia. Eaten fresh, blended into juices, jugos natural, or incorporated into desserts. These were omnipresent, reflecting the lush biodiversity of the country. Escobar, like all Colombians, would have consumed these regularly. The burst of sweet, tangy, or refreshing flavors. A natural luxury that transcended social divides, readily available even to those in hiding. Number 21. Pasta negra. A rich, slow-cooked beef dish, often prepared with panela, unrefined cane sugar, onions, and spices, resulting in a dark, slightly sweet, and incredibly tender cut of meat. This was a classic Colombian dish for celebration, a more refined offering for special occasions. For Escobar, it represented a taste of tradition, elevated by wealth, perhaps served during formal meals at his estates. The deep, caramelized flavors were a testament to patient, quality cooking. Number 22. Sudado de carne, a comforting beef stew, slow-cooked with potatoes, yuca, and plantains in a flavorful broth, typically served with white rice. This was a quintessential home-cooked meal, nourishing and deeply satisfying. It represents the essence of Colombian home cooking. Escobar, even at the height of his power, would have found solace in this simple, wholesome fare, a powerful connection to the warmth of a family kitchen. Number 23. Morcilla blood sausage, a flavorful sausage made from pork blood, rice, and spices, often grilled or fried until the casing is taut. A hearty and traditional component of Colombian cuisine, popular in markets and as part of mixed platters. While an acquired taste for some, it is a beloved delicacy for many. For Escobar, it was another taste of authentic Paisa cooking, robust and unapologetic, enjoyed at rustic fondas or roadside stands. Number 24. Pan de bono. Cheesy bread rolls, light and airy with a slightly chewy texture, made from corn flour and cheese. A popular snack, especially with coffee or during an afternoon break. These warm, delightful rolls offered a simple, comforting indulgence. Escobar might have enjoyed these freshly baked, the aroma of warm cheese and baked bread providing a momentary, satisfying escape before a tense meeting. Number 25. Fritanga, a glorious platter of mixed fried meats and accompaniments including chicharrón, chorizo, morcilla, papa criolla, small yellow potatoes, yuca, and plantains. This is a communal feast, meant for sharing among friends and family, often enjoyed at informal gatherings. For Escobar, a fritanga would have represented the essence of shared Colombian indulgence, a hearty spread for his inner circle, celebrating their triumphs with pure, abundant food. From the humble arepas of his youth to the lavish seafood feasts of his cartel years, the food Pablo Escobar ate tells a story far richer than mere ingredients. It speaks of a man deeply rooted in his Paisa heritage, even as he wielded unimaginable power. It reveals moments of simple comfort nestled amidst brutal violence, of indulgence mixed with nostalgia, and crime wrapped in comfort. These weren't just meals. They were chapters in Colombia's complex, unforgettable history. a taste of an era where every bite, whether simple or extravagant, carried the palpable weight of a nation.